Welcome to Icing on the Cake. Today we're going to make a cute little owl together.
We are going to make this together. So we've got a little picture, and I'm a very visual person, so I like to look online. I like to look on Pinterest and Instagram and get ideas. So many ideas out there on the internet.
Yes, and we also recommend people who come in and order cakes here to look on the internet beforehand.
Get some ideas.
And that way we have a visual reference as to something we can make. Pam's super visual, I'm super visual. Most creative people are, so it's easy for us to work off of the picture, which is what Pam's going to do today.
Yeah. So what we've got is going to be a combination of a little bit of fondant, and then we're going to finish the outside of our little owl in buttercream. Everybody seems to love buttercream. Nobody seems to like eating fondant.
No, it's disgusting.
We underbase all of our cakes, though, in buttercream, so you're already getting buttercream. But when you're making things like this, it's a lot easier to make them with fondant.
All the details that you want to put on a cake, you can't really do that in buttercream.
No, it looks sloppy. So this has a nice clean finish, and all we're going to do on it is her little face and her ears. The rest of it will be in some glorious chocolate buttercream, which looks delicious.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple different colors of brown, and we're going to cut some circles. So I'll give you a little bit of that color, and we'll need about 10 little circles. Maybe I'll give you more.
So fondant's like Play-Doh.
And I recommend buying this. Making it is okay if you feel you're up for the challenge. There's lots of recipes online, but you're also going to get great results, especially too when you're using just a little bit of fondant from purchasing some from the store.
I use too much. Maybe not.
I think I have too much.
So when it's like a hot day, like it happens to be today, you want to use a lot of cornstarch to make it not stick to the table. If it is super cold in the middle of winter, like it mostly is in Winnipeg, you want to use some shortening to make it softer. So if you put too much cornstarch, you can use more shortening on top of there as well.
And one of my favorite tools is gradient sets of cookie cutters. So we've got our circles, which is pretty much the only cookie cutter we need for this entire cake. We're going to do some cutout circles for her belly.
Also our tiny rolling pins.
If
you don't have a
kids' Play-Doh sets for tools and toys and little bits. And
if you don't have one, I suggest you buy one, because they're way more fun than big rolling pins. Plus, you feel like a kid again. Who doesn't want to feel like a kid again?
You feel like a giant.
Or because
it's a tiny rolling pin. So in this photo, she's got five petals worth of, or 5 feathers, I guess, worth of.
Owls don't have petals.
Feathers.
Right.
So I'm going to cut out 10 and do 2 layers.
But you can make some extra if you want to, in case something happens to one of them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In case you drop it on the floor. You're going to cut out 10.
Oh, I'm going to cut out 10. Okay. Just put me to work. Uh-oh.
The key to adhering fondant, super easy. It's pure sugar, and sugar melts with water. So we're just going to use our kitchen paintbrushes, which we just used in the kitchen. We're not painting with these on a regular basis. Just put a little bit of water on the back, and we're going to layer it on like feathers. So these guys are going to overlap a little bit. I'll do 5 all the way across. And then we're going to do 5 more on the next row. And this will create that feathery kind of layered look.
Just kind of overlap them?
Yeah.
Are there any other fondant tips you can share with the people out there in the world?
There's all kinds of fondant tips.
Enlighten us.
We're actually just going to take this up 1 layer. Her eyes need to sit about there. And that's the thing with looking at pictures and stuff. You can make them your own. You don't need to straight copy a picture off of the internet. We rarely do cakes that are identical. Each time we do them, we add a little something or take away a little something. So that's essentially going to be the front of the owl. We'll make a couple eyes.
It's hot today.
It's hot.
I'm melting things.
So if you want to roll the white,
I'd love to
the key to
roll
making
it.
adorable eyes is layering the eyes. So we're gonna go white, black, white. So you need 2 big white circles and then 2 of the smallest white circles. And then I will start with the black pupils.
Roll it out again.
This is a great, there's a fondant tip. Kids love this, and this is a super easy cake to make with your kids.
Yeah, and it's super cute. So it's like they'll love it because it's fun to make.
I think everybody
How
loves
big?
owls though.
Who?
Everybody. Owls have giant eyes, so let's go with that one.
Okay, so we're gonna make 2.
And then we'll go with this one and this one.
2 eyes, and then we're gonna make little.
Yeah, and these things too, we are going to add them to the cake once we get all of the rest of her feathers on that we're gonna do in buttercream. So we can set these up and have them ready and waiting on the side here.
Also,
So we'll
another tip is if you're using your cookie cutter, put a little bit of shortening around it, and that
Starch.
it usually shortening. Oh my god! Every time.
Yeah.
Cornstarch, and
okay, you're
it
not
should be able to.
You're the baker. It's
Yeah, I'm the baker. I don't know anything. This is new for everyone, including me. So yeah, put a little bit of cornstarch around the edge, and it should come off. But if it doesn't, take a toothpick or one of these nice little tools.
dry paintbrush. Yeah.
Yeah, the
anything
end of your
really.
paintbrush. That'll work.
I'll just add some eyes to this baby.
But we won't put those on yet. We're just making them for later. Okay, we're done with the eyes.
We
wait.
should make all of the fondant things at the same time.
Yes.
That's a great tip.
That's
'Cause
a
once
great
you start
tip.
getting crumbs and
And you want to
stuff
like
on your
once you're
table.
done with a piece of your fondant, wrap it in like saran wrap or put it in a bag because it dries out pretty easy. What are we making now?
so for this little guy, owls just have a cute little nose. So I just took a ball, just rolled it in my hands.
Oh, and then am I making feet with this?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Beaks and feet are the same.
So we'll get this over here. And get our nose set up.
It's also nice to, if you want to leave this stuff dry flat on like a piece of parchment paper or like wax paper. That way it comes off easy. So
You
when
do
it's
it ahead of
drying, let
time.
it dry maybe a little bit, like an hour or so. So the stuff you can do ahead of time, all your fondant work, even these little pieces too. It's okay if they're dry. There you go.
Okay, so we have some feet ready to go. Oh, the last thing we need is her ears.
Right. How could we forget the ears?
But I don't think owls have ears.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, they do. No?
This picture has ears, so we're gonna add some
Whatever.
ears.
Cute owls have ears. Cartoon owls have ears. Put ears on the cake. Don't put ears on the
I
cake.
don't have a cookie cutter for this one, so I'm just gonna take a knife and make 2 triangles. Again, keeping the knife nice and clean will make your edges nice and clean. Make cutting it super easy.
So you can dip it in water.
So we'll just leave that until we're done with the buttercream.
So we'll be right back to finish the rest of the cake.